Dear students, today we are going to learn about fundamental rights. I, Madan Sani, is the host teacher for today, and this chapter belongs to class 11th of CBSE. Fundamental rights are the rights are very important for each and every citizen to lead a life with dignity and respect. So, fundamental rights have been included in the Constitution of India, and the rights which have been included, which we will study today, are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. So, in all 6 rights are there at present in the Constitution of India, although initially there was another right, right to property, which since has been deleted. Rights are very important for each and everyone, not only in India, but in the whole universe. But why rights are essential? Why we talk about rights and what rights are? Rights are essential to build confidence in the individual. Rights are essential to maintain law and order, to maintain peace. Rights are essential to help an individual to excel, to progress, to grow, and rights are essential for each and everyone to know the limits of his behavior, because rights also regulate the behavior of the individual. Rights are basically of 2 types. One type of rights are called legal rights, which are ensured by the normal laws of a country, and others are constitutional rights, which are guaranteed, ensured and protected by the constitution of the country. First right is right to equality. What does equality means? Each and every person is different. Constitutionally, right to equality means that each and every citizen is equal before law. It means law will not discriminate between the two, and law also gives equal protection to one and all. So, in the eyes of the law, each and every person, each and every citizen of this country is equal, no discrimination on any basis. One important thing which is to be discussed here is that a few persons think that reservation is discriminatory. Reservation meaning by, as has been enshrined in the Constitution of India, that scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, other backward classes have been given reservation in case of jobs and admission to schools and colleges, but that reservation is not discrimination, but that is social justice. So, to avail the opportunity, one should come at par. So, that reservation policy of the government is not discrimination, but a step towards social justice. Social justice means giving justice to all the sections of the society. The next right is right to freedom. The whole of the national movement was to get freedom. Under British rule, we were not enjoying all the liberty and freedom which one should have to progress, to grow. So, in the Constitution of India, 6 important freedoms were ensured and guaranteed, and those freedoms can be enjoyed by every citizen of this country. What are those freedoms? Number 1, freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of speech and expression means you can express your views even against government, but it should be taken care of that all the rights come with responsibilities and restrictions. No right is absolute. Even freedom is not absolute. It means freedom is positive freedom, not negative freedom. Your freedom should not curtail the freedom of others. So, freedom of speech and expression means that you can write articles, you can create things, you can express your viewpoint but it should not hurt others, it should not harm others, it should not produce violence. Secondly, freedom is to assemble in a peaceful manner without arms. Assemble in a peaceful manner means you can have processions, you can have rallies, but that should be in a peaceful way to present your opinion, to present your viewpoint, but not to harm others, not to create violence. Third freedom given under this is to form associations and unions. Why associations and unions? Associations and unions know about students union, teachers union, railway union and all other employees union. These unions present the case for their own interest, for their own benefits, and there is no harm to plead for oneself to get benefits from the government. The right benefit should be granted to each and everyone. So, government comes to know through these associations and unions what the demands of a particular section of the society is. Then there is freedom to move throughout the country. You can go to any part of this country from Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari, now from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. Nobody is going to prohibit you because this is your country. So, move freely in your country. Reside in any part of the country. This is another freedom. You can make your residence in any part of the country wherever you like, wherever you have got job or wherever you want to study. So, you can reside in any part of the country. And last but not the least is the freedom to practice any profession or carry on any occupation, any trade, any business, but it should not be immoral, it should not be anti-social, it should be anti-national. So, restrictions are also here. You can have any profession, you can be a shopkeeper, you can be a businessman, you can go to any job, but it is not allowed to choose gambling as a profession, because that is immoral, that is anti-social, that not fits in the moral values of the society. The third right given in the constitution is right against exploitation. Think about the term exploitation. Exploitation means to get extra work without paying or to get extra work without taking care of the capacity of the person. So, to save the children and women which are treated as weaker section of the society, to save from exploitation by an individual or by an agency. Human trafficking has also been prohibited. So, to save from begar, bonded labor, forced labor, prohibition is there, and this prohibition is also to save from exploitation. And in the last but not the least is prohibition for child labor. It was very clear in the minds of the constitution framers that children should go to schools to get education and to grow as a responsible citizen, but due to poverty or due to some other reasons, they may be forced to work on dhabas, on restaurants or on petty jobs just to have their roti to save them from hunger. But government has decided, fundamental rights give it that children should not be employed by any employer for these petty jobs. On the other front, they should be sent to schools to study, to grow as a responsible citizen of the India. The next right is right to freedom of religion. India is a secular state. What does secular state means? That in India there is no official religion of the government. Everybody is free to adopt, preach and propagate, profess his or her own religion. But you can see in India there are many type of worship places, gurdwaras, mandirs, churches, mosques, and everybody is free to preach, profess, propagate his or her own religion in any way which he wants. But religion cannot be allowed to use to spread hatred against any other religion. You are free to have your own religion. You can't compel others to convert into your religion, by means of force, fraud, inducement or allurement. No religious instructions are to be given in the government institutions, but institutions of religious faith can give religious instructions, sermons and preach their viewpoint. And every religious body can manage their places of worship, can raise funds, can publish the propaganda material and can also hold the festivals, procession etc., whatever is there in their religion. In India, Sarv Dharm Sambhav, every religion is given same status and same respect. The fifth right in the Constitution of India is cultural and educational rights. These rights are for each and everyone, but minorities are better saved and better given opportunities for their language, for their culture, for their religion. So, every community can have its language, its culture, its religion, special protection, and working on democracy gives power to majority, but special guarantees to minorities. In India, minority is to be explained for you is not only that group, one group may be in minority in Delhi, that group may be in majority in Srinagar, in Jammu and Kashmir, in other places. So, minority does not mean something permanent for all the times to come. Minority, if you are in less number, it is minority, but it has been accepted few communities, few religious bodies as minorities, and those are given special protection through these cultural and education rights. Any section of citizens with a distinct language or culture have a right to conserve it and to spread it. Thirdly, admission to any government institution, any government school, any college cannot be denied on the basis of the language or the religion. Everybody is free on the condition that he fulfills the minimum requirements of that particular institution for admission, but religion and language cannot be the basis for denial to admission. And all minorities have right to establish and administer educational institutes of their own choice to save, to preserve, to conserve and to spread the language of their choice. So, these are the cultural and educational rights. In the last, there is very important right called right to constitutional remedies. All the fundamental rights which have been guaranteed and ensured by the Constitution of India have the protection of the Constitution also. This right, which is constitutional remedies right, saves each and every individual, each and every citizen of this country from the denial or violation of the rights. If anybody on any pretext violates or encroaches upon the rights of an individual, then one can go to the court and court can issue different writs which are in the form of habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, certiorari. These all writs can be issued by the courts to protect the rights of the citizens. So, students, we all have these rights and we are to enjoy these rights, to excel, to go ahead, but with the precaution that our rights should not encroach upon the rights of the others. We should respect rights of the others and enjoy our own rights.